Ace Rugworks has been making these beautiful hand-loomed rag rugs since 1921. We're going to show you how they're made. I'm here with Marty Chahowick of Ace Rugworks, and Marty, it's so exciting to be here because we're kind of doing a bit of a celebration because the company is over 100 years old. Family owned, over 100 years old.
That's right.
It's so impressive. So tell me a little bit about how it started and who started it.
Well, this was originally started by my grandmother and grandfather back in 1920, 1921. And they developed their own machinery, their own equipment. As the time went through, the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and then in the 70s, my dad took it over. And now in the 2000s, I took it over. So it's like when you come back here, nothing has really changed. It's like walking back 100 years in time. We're trying to keep it as natural as it was.
I love it.
Back in the 20s, you were in a depression. So the families had to make their own curtains, their own linens, and that's how the carpets got started. And my grandmother and grandfather saw an opportunity that they could make it and resell it. And that's how they got started with it, with the depression end of it. But what was unique about what they're doing is we actually make our own warp.
And that is actually what, the thread that it's made out of?
That is the thread that is made out of. And what we do is we take anywhere from 15 to 17 ends. And we have a machine that was developed by my grandfather in operation till today.
That's awesome.
That spins these together. When they're spun together, it's spun to a particular tensile strength. So it don't break when it's in a rug and it wears better.
Okay.
And we run our carpet very tight weaved. The tighter the weave, the longer that rug's going to last. So these aren't easy to break to get going with, and that helps make the rug stronger. Once we get these made up and spun up, we bring them up and we put them on our warper.
All right.
And if you look in the warper, you'll see different colors of strings.
Right.
And then if you look at the way it comes out as it goes onto the drum, you'll see a unique pattern. That is actually an old Mennonite pattern.
No kidding.
And I always thought it was something that my grandmother and grandfather came up with, but they decided to make it with this pattern. And my wife Lori is the one that discovered that it was a Mennonite pattern when she was doing her research.
Wow.
That pattern hasn't changed at all over all these years. But we do change a couple strings around to date our carpet. And that way we could have a rough idea of how old that carpet is when somebody brings it to us to show us.
I love it.
It's amazing what you come across and what people bring you to show you and say, is this your carpet or not? But you can always tell our carpet by the pattern. Back in 2014, you guys had done a show on us, which was very interesting. I think Paul was down and did it. And when Paul was down, he actually ran the machine with us.
Where's the switch? This way?
The switch is up there.
Ready?
Yep. There you go.
I'm doing the switch and I'm keeping an eye on 150 rolls.
We had him tying the ends and chasing the ends down, and he saw exactly what went on, how it went on. And that footage is unique because it shows how we make a full big drum. When we finish a drum, we get about 1,000 pieces of carpet off of it.
Wow.
This is a filled drum. So once we get this onto there, every string is put through a heddle, and then the front beater bar is the reed. So we will sit here, my wife and I, for a couple hours, literally just pushing these strings through.
Wow.
Talk about monotonous work.
Yeah.
But yeah, once we get the drum on and everything is warped in and pushed into it, then we start making the actual carpet. We're on the other side of the machine now. So you want to make a carpet?
I do. I do. I want to see you make it first.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it on.
Okay.
All I'm going to ask you is you stand right about there.
All right.
So that nobody gets hurt here.
Okay.
Because this thing does fly. Okay. What's happening is I'm throwing a shuttle back and forth with the material in. And I'm just going to reach over side of you there, grab a shuttle. The shuttle is filled with the material that we're using.
So that just keeps going and going
That
inside
just
the
keeps
shuttle.
going and going until it runs out. And what you'll see is every time I hit this and control it, the heddles go up and down.
Right.
The reed now comes forward and hits it, and then goes back, and the heddles turn the other direction, So you'll see a cross-locking pattern
I
going
got you.
all the
I see
time.
it, yep.
The strings are at a particular tension. The tension is controlled by the machinery. That is why it's so critical to have the string that we're using to the right tensile strength so they don't break. When I get going, I can do a rug in about 7 minutes.
Wow.
So let's see. You want to give it a shot?
Yeah, I do. So just hit
Yep,
this
and
thing.
keep your hands away.
So I don't have to just hit the pedal?
Just press it right down. Okay, now let it back up. Push it down again to get it back through. Perfect.
I'm gonna do one more.
Go ahead.
I didn't do that one right today.
Right. Now you gotta let it go all the way back. Just hold it a little longer when it hits. Yep. You know, you get into a routine.
Yeah.
And if you got a good rock and roll station going,
Yeah.
you're gonna get going good.
Yeah, totally. I can see it. I love it.
So, but yeah, that's how we end up actually making a carpet. This is what they call jersey material. It's 80 to 90% cotton, which makes it easier to launder, easier to maintain, and it dries nice, you know, when you hang it out. We always recommend it to hang it to dry it rather than put it in the dryer.
Right, right.
It shortens its life in the dryer.
And this is what it looks like when it's all done, right, Marty?
Yes, it is. It's a completed carpet at this point.
And you also have these, which are absolutely gorgeous.
That's what we term as our shy carpet, which is truly a accident in disguise. To give you an idea, the shy carpet
These are
is made from the trim edge of upholstery material. And what had happened is we received a container by mistake of this type of material. We decided to try to make a carpet out of it, and after we made the first carpet, we washed it for 30 days, twice a day, so 60 washes, and to our surprise, it held up perfectly. So we not only are in the regular ride carpet business, but we're also in the shy carpet business.
I love it. These are absolutely gorgeous. They're all beautiful, and they're all unique. They're all one of a kind, and they're all durable.
We're located here in McAdoo, Pennsylvania. We are actually in our flower shop as well, Floral Creations. So we tell everybody, come into the flower shop, and whatever we have extra, you're more than welcome to take a look at and take home with you if you'd want to. And every Wednesday, if the weather is good, I'm down at the hometown auction as well. And we do have a website. It's under Ace Rug Works, McAdoo, PA.
Terrific. Well, these are lovely, and it was so much fun learning how they are put together on the loom. It was just fascinating. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it, and I guess happy rug making to you.
Very good, and thank you for visiting us on our anniversary.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
and I hope you have 100 more years.
Perhaps my children.
Yes, thanks, Marty.